I miss Mega Man X. I miss how simple things were when I got this game. Granted, I'm not complaining about my life right now, but there's still that little bit of yearning. Life used to be simple. Games used to be simple too. You would jump and you would shoot. Call me an old man, but if you try going from this to this, I think your head would explode. I've got enough going on in my life right now, so I'm gonna take it easy. I'm gonna have some fun, and I'm gonna play some Mega Man. Oh man, seeing this screen, it's like meeting up with old friends. Chill Penguin, it's so good to see you. Oh, Storm Eagle, how are the kids? Hey, Boomer Coanger. What the hell is a Coanger? Mega Man X may not be the best game in the world, but it's absolutely a pinnacle of level design. A lot of games nowadays don't seem to remember the reason enemies exist. I tend to see them really being used as like minor distractions or slight annoyances, but Mega Man? Nah, not Mega Man. Here, we see level layout perfectly complement the various enemy types and positionings. Trying to climb that ledge? Rolling spiky boys come falling on your head. Got a bunch of precarious timed platform jumping? Turrets come out of the wall and punish you for dawdling. The overall game may be simple, but it's the execution of practice that makes it so special. Enemies aren't obstacles to be circumvented, they're all challenges that require solutions. Except for Spark Mandrill. Pull one out for your boy Mandrill. Speaking of level design, another thing I love about this game are the power-ups. There are 2 power-ups per stage. Every single stage has a heart tank, some have energy tanks, and others have character upgrades, like armor that reduces your damage, or boots that let you jet around. Some upgrades are obtainable through finesse, others require you to have certain upgrades, but others need to be earned. Okay, there we go. One of the worst parts of this game, though, is this upgrade right here. I don't know if the designers were just drunk one evening or whatever the hell, but this heart tank has always pissed me off. The only way to get this thing is to use the boomerang attack. You know how you get the boomerang attack? By beating the boss of this stage. So you gotta replay the whole stage to get back to this point once you have the boomerang. Now, I'm not complaining about backtracking. In Mega Man X, backtracking is almost a feature. Like whenever you go back to previous stages after defeating certain robot masters, you can see how the stage has changed, how the world has been altered by your victory. For instance, here you can see in Spark Mandrill stage that Storm Eagle's plane has crashed down and broken part of the plant. But this right here, I'm doing the same stage, nothing has changed, it's all the same crap. It's dumb and it's boring, and I want to know why. Okay, I don't remember who's weak to rolling shield, the attack you get from the armadillo. Mega Man veterans probably know that there's something of an order to these games. All of the robot masters have a particular weakness. Kind of like a rock, paper, scissors thing, one is strong against the other. For instance, the reason Spark Mandrill is such a joke is because not only does Chill Penguin's ice shotgun do crazy amounts of damage, it also stalls him. Okay, so you get him and then he goes to this guy, but then this one goes here and then you go Octopus. Okay, Octopus. I've always had trouble with this stage. These horsies are annoying. I hate this mini-boss. Ah! Oh, this was a dumb idea. I can't see the floor. No, I'm gonna... Who needs an OnlyFans when you can just watch me get fucked on YouTube? Okay, there we go. Here's something I want to talk about for a second. You see, the last upgrade I need is up there. And this one is special. Not only do you need the helmet upgrade in order to reach it, which, tangent. The helmet upgrade is really weird to me. The only thing it lets you do is break blocks with your head, and it only really comes into play in two spots, here for the life ups, and then here for this power up. It doesn't do anything else. Is it really necessary? Anyway, let's get back to this. Getting this last upgrade is a real hassle because you have to make this really precise, tricky jump, and then you don't know, but you gotta try to like catch this edge here and then mash the jump button so you don't fall, because if you fall, you accidentally break this block, and if you break the block, if you fall after you break that block, then it's impossible. You just can't make that jump. Now I gotta do the whole level over again. Did it. There's one last cool thing that I want to show you guys. There's a secret Easter egg hidden away in Armored Armadillo stage that you can only get once you have essentially 100%ed everything else. Now let me tell you, they hid this one away deep. So deep that no one was able to find it until it got announced in, I think, a Nintendo Power a few months after the game came out. Here's what you gotta do. After you have all of the powers and upgrades, you have to get to the end of Armored Armadillo stage with full health and full E-tanks. When you're at the end, do not go in the boss door. Climb this mountain and jump up on the cliff. If you're slick, you can do a jet jump off the cart and save you some time. Once you're up on this cliff, commit Livent. After you've done this 3 times, super secret special final hidden amazing ultra chocolatey sugar coated power up. Your reward for playing Mega Man X to the fullest. Yes, this is the Hadouken, the iconic energy ball from Street Fighter fame. You even have to do the Street Fighter input in order to fire the attack. Down, quarter circle, forward, fire. This thing is so cool. It is absolutely the most powerful attack in the game as it one-shots anything that it hits. Literally anything, even bosses. The only catch is that you have to be at full health to use it. Here we go, we're entering the final level of the game. Here they're going to throw everything at us. In these last stages, we see the most difficult level design and enemy placement yet. However, at this point, you're so decked out with abilities that it becomes less of a gauntlet to defeat, but rather a puzzle to be solved. There are ways to work around, or in some cases, completely circumvent a lot of these challenges. Seriously, Chameleon's power-up is straight baby mode. Not everything can be bypassed though, and what is a Mega Man game without a boss rush? I understand that some people really dislike boss rushes as a whole, especially being a part of the main game, but I feel like it gives the player such a chance to flex. You are so much stronger than when you first faced all of these bosses, and now you have a full armory of weapons to go at them with. Or, you know, Hadouken! Hard to believe Spark Mandrill got even easier. This is it, the ascent to the final showdown. How exactly do they expect, like, the Amazon guy to get up here? The final boss is actually pretty challenging. There are 3 phases, starting off with this dog who I'm not even sure has a name. He can be pretty tricky with his fast movements and erratic patterns, or you just Hadouken. Next in line is the big bad himself, Sigma. Sigma balls. His attacks are crazy strong, even with the 50% damage reduction you get from your upgraded armor. Not only that, but his movement is adaptive. He'll constantly work to close the gap and even follow you up walls. So you just Hadouken him. Now we see his final form, in this Anubis-looking thing. The difficulty is cranked to max here. There are attacks going everywhere and they seem to be at random. The only part of the boss that's actually vulnerable is the head up here, and since there's no platform that actually goes this high, you can't Hadouken him. Now it becomes a true test of skill, and I died. I'm fine with that, because I get to show off this one last little bit of neato design. While you're ascending to the boss, there are some little holes in the wall here where worms come out of. These worms aren't obstacles, they're piñatas. Every so often, they'll drop a life or power recovery item for you to slurp up. Do this long enough, and you'll be at full strength with full E-tanks ready to take on the boss again. But because the drops are random, you could be here for a while. Hadouken! Hadouken! Yo, shoutouts to the guy at Capcom that made this guy weak to rolling shield. You'll notice that Sigma's head is here, at the top center of the screen. Well, someone thought it'd be hilarious to make his only weakness the only weapon that naturally falls to the ground when you shoot it. Cheers, mate. With Sigma and his robot masters defeated, we get to watch the fortress crumble while Mega Man contemplates his life decisions. Seriously, if you read this scrolling text, he's like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have killed all those guys. What do you think, Gun Arm? I have been playing video games my whole life, and given my age, I often ponder the difference between a retro game and an outdated game. Whenever I play a game like Mega Man X, the distinction becomes clear. An outdated game is one that the gamers and history will probably forget. It'll sit on a wall collecting dust. I imagine most people will never hear about it. But a retro game is one that you can still pop into your SNES even today and have a great time. And Mega Man X is a great time. Thank you so much for watching, and if you've had a great time experiencing the game with me, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, and leave a comment. Tell me what your comfort game is. I don't care if it was from 20 years ago or if it came out last week. I want to know what puts you in your happy place. I'll see y'all in the next video. Take it easy.